Hi everyone, it's Kristen here from the Dahlia Sewciety with a bit of a sewing catch-up, and I'll let you know what I've been up to. We've had a very busy week. I'm going to talk all about Frocktails. That was on Saturday night as well. We had a wonderful night, and show you through the twirls that I made up and the dress I eventually wore, and also a few pics, not too many, but a few pics of the night, and also what Phoebe was wearing. So if that interests you, stick around and I'd love to have a chat. How have you been? We have had a wonderful week, very busy week, might add. We had Frocktails on Saturday night in Melbourne. That was amazing. And then Sunday night we launched our Miss Moresby Deluxe box that sold out in lightning speed. It was an amazing night watching those beautiful boxes all get snapped up. And of course, Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday was spent working through packing all those boxes, and have all left to be sent out to you wonderful people just this morning. So I can't wait to hear your reactions when you start opening those up. And as well as that, last week we sent out our advent calendars, which were all around the world as well. So it feels like I have been non-stop in the store, which is amazing. So I can't thank you guys enough. Also, we'll have a vlog coming out over the weekend with all of our new fabrics. It is a bumper, a whopper episode. So many new fabrics, so many beautiful things coming into the store, especially for the wonderful Christmas time we're about to have. And also, I've got a vlog that I'm dying to get out to talk all about the new pattern releases that we've had the last month and a half, and also some wonderful inspiration for something that you might like to wear for this festive time of year. A lot of you have parties on, so I'm going to have brand new pattern releases, some really exciting ones. And personally, I cannot wait to be sewing without a deadline, because we've had Frocktails, we've had boxes. I've had to sew the pattern that was in the box as well. As soon as I got home Sunday, madly sewing for that, which I might add is an incredible looking pattern with beautiful fabric. Oh, can't wait to show you all that one. It's really lovely. But the Frocktails, that was a mad rush to get that finished, because of course left it to the last minute because it's just been so busy. So can't complain about that. But what an amazing night. So first, before I take you through the trials and tribulations with the different patterns and trials that I made, I'm going to put a few pics up of the night. So the wonderful ladies that ran the Melbourne Frocktails, Shelley and Lisa, they have got quite a task, because it has grown to over 400 guests. Last year there was 200, and we had that in a beautiful old building, the bank on Collins, and we basically outgrew that. There's so many people wanting to come each year. It has got bigger and better every year. So this year we had it at the lovely Wharf Hotel that was right in the middle, CBD, but on the Yarra. And Phoebe and I stayed at a hotel next door, because we just, the thought of driving home after that and rushing in there, we decided to stay the night. But we had to leave quite early the next morning to get home in preparation for the boxes, so we didn't get to stick around and catch up with everybody like we would have liked to. But I have to say, it is getting bigger and bigger each year, and I can't recommend enough that if you can go, definitely think about getting tickets next year, because I had the best time meeting so many of my viewers, customers, other sewers in the community. We swapped patterns, we went and touched each other's fabric, we loved having a laugh. You know, there was cocktails, there was finger food. It was just beautiful. There was so many people. There was a lot of people who travelled down. The beautiful Belinda from Queensland, her and her lovely sister-in-law made the flight down. There was ladies that had travelled from New Zealand. There was a lot of ladies that travelled from Sydney as well, as Julia from the Maker Society. She also travelled down. So there was heaps of people travelling interstate for this one. So it was such an epic night, and really, really crowded. I met beautiful Sarah from Sarah Sewed, another Aussie vlogger. And of course, for the first time, met Katrina from Create Something Pretty, and she was just as beautiful as was Sarah in real life, as exactly what you see them on the screen, just beautiful people. Again, bumped into Deb from DB Designs. That was fabulous seeing Deb again. We had a bit of a laugh. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. And of course, there's so many people that came up for a chat, and just basically they might have gone on their own. Wonderful seeing our fabrics as well. A lot of people had made things with our fabrics and patterns, which was just incredible. But the night was jam-packed full of chitter-chatter about sewing. It was quite noisy in there. I must admit we had to, you know, head outside a few times just to let the brain defrag a bit, because of course so much chitter-chatter and noise and chat about sewing, and it could get quite noisy. And of course they did the presentations, and there was a lot of good sponsors and wonderful prizes. And I think we got mulberries in this tree here, so if you see a mulberry land on my head, yes, that could happen. So wonderful prizes, an amazing night. Yeah, we just had an absolute ball. So I know next year our twin daughters, Charlotte and Liza, are definitely wanting to come, so I may have the task of having to make another couple of dresses, because they both don't sew. Have I got time to teach them in the meantime? I'm not sure. We'll see. But they do want to come next year. But Phoebe, of course, had a wonderful night catching up with everybody as well. We just met so many new faces. And thank you so much if you took the time to come up, have a chat with us. We had people getting pics with us. It was just like, it was amazing. It's just so lovely to hear people that have been watching the channel from when we first started 5 years ago, and you're still watching now. That is the best thing I can ever hear, that you're still enjoying what we have to offer, and just to see now a business grow as well, which is, yeah, amazing. Phoebe, I'm going to talk a bit about her frock first. She actually made a dress that was not intended for Frocktails. She made this dress because it was fabric she had in her stash. It was a double brush poly with a beautiful geometric print, and she wanted to make the style-like Camille knit dress. Has a lovely higher neck, and you can make it with the shorter or longer sleeves. And what I love about it is the movement. It has an asymmetric hem, which is really interesting, that little bit of design element there. She had a black boots on with it. We both wore boots, so we were nice and comfy, which is, thank God I did that. So yeah, the dress was really nice, a nice knit dress. So she had gorgeous matching sort of earrings on. She had a really lovely like a hairpin in the back of her top knot there, which was a sword, like a dagger, that looked incredible. So she had so many comments on the night, people coming up saying, I love that dress. It's so simple but unique. And the thing is, when she made that, I said to her, you definitely have to wear that for Frocktails, because it's just so lovely. It's simple and classic, but the actual fabric itself is really interesting. And dressing it up with different accessories, you can really make it its own thing. And it's someone actually emailed this morning, Charlene, and said the dress, you know, she wore the dress didn't wear her, which is really important to find your own style, your own niche. And Phoebe in particular has very, very specific things she does like to wear, certain things she doesn't like to wear, and she really sticks to her own thing. And I think that's really important, that if you try, it's fine to try and challenge yourself and make things that are different to what you normally go for. But if you find it's not really you don't ever feel probably comfortable at those kind of events. So if you feel like yourself and you feel like $1,000,000, that makes all the difference to how confident you feel and just to how good you look. So we didn't have professional photos. There was a massive queue for those beautiful professional photos that you've got. If you go and head over to Instagram, the Melbourne Frocktails page, you'll see all the pics of the beautiful professional shots that they have done. Another friend of mine, Verity, she always looks incredible. I said to someone that worked with her 30 years ago, she hasn't aged a single day. She still looks the same as what she did when she was 17 years old. She had this beautiful dress. I think it was a Tammy silver dress. I'm going to put a pic up of how amazing this dress looked on her, and I'll link the pattern below, because I'd never heard of the pattern designer. It's a small pattern designer that's from the US that has just got beautiful designs, and very, very modern, very classy looking really up a level. So much creativity at these events. And there's also just regular people like us that just like wanted to make a really glam dress. People of all ages and all levels of sewing. So I definitely highly recommend this event if you can get your hands on some tickets for next year. It is well worth it. And we all get a goodie bag at the end of the night, which is amazing. And inside that, you'll see vouchers from different stores. There's things like fabric samples. There's your business cards, you know, different websites to go and check out. And we put our little VIP vouchers in there as well, which we loved doing. So that there's so much work that is involved in organising an event like this. So I have to say a big hats off to those ladies. They did an amazing job, and their partners as well. There was Dorman there. There was you just felt the whole night was run really, really well. So yeah, it was a fabulous night. So let's talk a bit about what I made. Before I go any further, I forgot to mention I'm wearing the Be Mine balloon sleeve blouse. I made this last year, and this is in a Lady McElroy viscose chalet lawn in a really lovely celestial print, and I have on my Martha Jean little cloud earrings that I love as well. So really nice for the kind of low 20s days with a pair of jeans. So really nice one to wear. So what did I end up making? Let's firstly talk about the dress I ended up with. Now you will see in the pics here I have the beautiful Mason Fauve Cuba Libre dress, and I made it in the gorgeous Sundance viscose jacquard from Fabric Godmother. We do have a little bit left in store. We had a couple of people go and purchase this after seeing me in mine on Saturday night, which was hugely flattering to say that people loved it so much they went ahead and bought it. But I put the little made to party label on there, little glitzy label. I was so in love with how it came up. This fabric is stunning. It was really lovely to wear and something very different for me. I don't normally go for a lot of light colours, but I think I'm starting to warm up to the lighter shades on me. I do always go for black florals, bright florals, but it's so refreshing to wear a colour that is a little bit more light against the face and against the skin. And I had my hair done the day before, so it was really nice. It was already done. And I had these really gorgeous little earrings, little celestial earrings to match as well. And of course my beloved cream cowboy boots looked amazing with this dress. I must say I was not quite sure. I actually bought another pair of shoes with me in case they didn't look right, but as soon as I put them on, I thought, no, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was after. So the Mason Fauve Cuba Libre, the beautiful thing about Mason Fauve patterns is not only the gorgeous packaging, you'll see everything in the packaging is beautiful. Got your line drawings on the back. You get a really lovely little booklet as well that takes you through the ins and outs of the making of the pattern. And what I love about it is you also have a QR code in your pattern, and that takes you to a video sew along on YouTube where you can go ahead and follow step by step a sew along, as well as having the English instructions. You have sew along. The sew along is in French, but of course you're just using the visuals to guide you, and I use the English instructions, and I found it was a really simple pattern to make. The dress they're making on the sew along, of course, has the open back, which would be amazing, but I preferred to go for the closed in back to wear the bra. I always find I need to wear a bra. So yeah, there's a little bit tweaking. You have to figure out how to do the closed back, but it wasn't too hard. I love the fact that with this pattern, the elastic back means that you don't have to have a zipper at all. It's really, really easy. The front of the bodice section is gathered slightly so that the panelled skirt fits it perfectly. You can ease that bodice in. So it almost gives a blouse-on effect to the top half of the front of the bodice. And then you've got your beautiful, almost like godet panelled skirt. So it was incredible. I loved it on. I made the size 44 with a 46 in the waist, and of course the elastic it gives you that bit of ease there. So I found that it was a really nice fit on me. I loved the V neckline, and I found the instructions really easy. First twirl was using just some crepe that I had in the stash in a magenta colour, and I was really thrilled with how it came up. I didn't even end up finishing it off properly because I wanted to make sure that the fit was right to make this beautiful Fabric Godmother one. So really, really happy with how how the pattern came up, and would highly recommend the Cuba Libre. Sue had on the a floral version of the Cuba Libre. It's just so nice to see it made in different prints, and you can really dress it up to that level up with a nice satin jacquard or a silk jacquard, a viscose, or you could tame it down to just a simple plain viscose or cotton, or even a linen viscose blend would be beautiful in that as well. So I love the sleeve. I love anything with a flutter sleeve. It just feels really nice. And I loved the length, that kind of midi length with the cowboy boots is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it too short. I didn't want it maxi. I wanted to show the boots off. So I was really happy with how it came up. So yeah, that was my Frocktails dress. I just loved the inspiration behind it. I think the thing I love about the Frocktails event is getting to have a theme. If you don't want a theme, you don't have to, but it really allows you to go all out for the night, something that you wouldn't normally get to do. It's almost like dreaming up a frock that you would never get to wear anywhere else, and so one night you'll get to wear it. It's like going to a ball. You can do that as well as make something simple that you might want to wear again, so you do have the option and you won't feel out of place. I promise you, if you want to head to the Frocktails next year, I always say come and find us and come and say hi. And if you're coming on your own, it's just nice to know that there's someone there that is a familiar face. And I loved meeting so many of you on the night. So this is my first toile, and I was thinking about making the Queeney in style like the Queeney dress, and I ended up making a toile up with this beautiful viscose that I had in the stash from about 3 years ago now. I made the simple version of the Queeney with just a simple sleeve and without the frill on the bottom, and I've got to say I really loved how it came up. It has an invisible zip on the back, and I'm really proud of this invisible zip. This is made with my Benina sewing machine with my really lovely invisible zipper foot. I think it's probably the best invisible zipper I've ever done. I'm so proud of that one. What a difference it makes with the right equipment, the right foot. So loved the fabric, how it came up, but I definitely would like to make another one of these. I feel that I really like a lower V-neck or a lower rounder neck. If I'm wearing a longer dress now, I find if I have too much up to the neck, I feel a little bit over, I don't know what the word is for it, but I feel like there's just too much fabric. So I really enjoy if I have a lower V and a bigger sleeve, just sort of balances everything out. So what I'm thinking about doing next is maybe a trini in the trini woven dress. There is a V-neck version with a cap sleeve and a really nice floaty skirt. So that could be on the cards next. So yeah, really excited about trying a couple more of the beautiful starlight patterns. And I noticed too on Instagram that the ladies at the Adelaide Frocktails had their lovely Frocktails night, and the beautiful Hayley and her sister Rianne actually both had our Emerald City fabric on, and they made a dress to wear, which was just such a wonderful thing to see, really embracing our fabric, which is amazing. So I'm sure Hayley's going to have a vlog coming out talking about Frocktails very soon, and I'm sure that there'll be plenty of other Frocktails vlogs. I know Sarah from Sarah Sewed had hers out. Her dress was amazing, a beautiful sundress that she had on in some gorgeous fabric. So go and head to her channel if you haven't seen her Frocktails night vlog. But yeah, it was wonderful catching up with everyone. But what an incredibly busy time. We had no voice by the end of the night because, you know, when you're chatting, when it's really loud and you're chatting really loud and your voice wears out. So it was really wonderful. But it really, after a busy couple of weeks in the shop and busy couple of weeks sewing for Frocktails, I am really dying to make some clothes for my spring, now heading to summer wardrobe. I have got a few plans that I'm going to talk about shortly, and don't forget we'll have that new pattern video coming out next week. But the next vlog for us will be the brand new fabric deliveries. We've got heaps and heaps of new fabric. We've got a really lovely range of new block prints coming in. We've got the new dead stock Euro X designer fabrics that are here as well. And this amazing range from Fabric Godmother I want to take you through because there's so much to show you. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be having our launch of the beautiful Summer Abroad collection from Lindsay at Sew to Grow Devonstone Fabrics. That is coming, I think, the next couple of weeks. Between that, I would highly recommend you all to head over and actually sign up to our newsletters to be told about the special events happening. We all love a bit of a Black Friday sale, and I know for years and years and years working in retail, we never heard of that back in, you know, the 90s and the 80s, and it was always a thing over in the US, and now it's started to come over here. And I think it can only mean one thing, and that's great value, great sales for everyone in the community that wants to save some money, or maybe have some special deals to treat yourself. So there'll be things happening for Black Friday week for us here. So yeah. Be definitely worth heading over and signing up to the newsletter. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you could do that. Turn the bell on. That way you won't miss out on any of our episodes that come out. Sometimes twice, usually once a week lately, but I promise there'll be lots more sewing content coming your way very soon. See you all shortly for the new fabrics that have arrived. I can't wait to talk to you through those, and we'll catch up with you all shortly. Bye for now.